Hi, Vanessa here. In this video, we are making this slouch beanie. So this is made with bulky weight yarn. This is Loops and Threads Charisma, but in this tutorial, I am going to use super bulky weight yarn. Okay, you can follow along using any weight yarn you'd like. It's made from the bottom. This is just double crochet stitches and worked up and then decreased on the crown of the beanie, and then a giant extra large pom is added. I'll leave a link for the pom. I'm not going to be demonstrating that in this video. Okay, so you do need 2 colors and a crochet hook, so use whatever's appropriate for your yarn weight. This is Hobby Lobby's crochet hook in 9mm, and then make sure you have a pair of scissors, tape measure, and a tapestry needle. Okay, so I'm going to start with the orange color here, and you want to start with a slip knot. So you need a multiple of 3 stitches for this pattern. I recommend that you work the foundation double crochet stitch instead of chaining to start off, because it's a little bit stretchier for the brim. So I'll show you how to work that, but if you need a slower video, I have a link for that tutorial as well. So you want to chain 3, and then in the first chain from the hook, you want to yarn over, insert into that first chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then you want to just chain 1. So when you start your stitch, you always chain 1. Okay, and then you want to complete your double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So what that does is creates your foundation chain first, and then you finish your double crochet stitch. Yarn over right into that chain 1, yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, again, you want to start with a chain 1, so that's your foundation chain, and then complete your double crochet. Okay, so every time you start a new stitch, you want to work into the foundation chain, so your chain 1 that you created down here, through both loops. Okay, so yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then chain 1, and then complete your double crochet. Okay, so work as many double crochet stitches as you need in multiples of 3 for the circumference you need. Okay, so you want to count to make sure you have multiples of 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now it's time to join. So with the back facing you, you want to join with a slip stitch to the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, don't join here because that's the 2nd double crochet stitch. And then you will use this tail to close this gap up. Okay, with your tapestry needle. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to switch my color. I'm just going to pull it through the loop and tug on the orange one to tighten. And I like to tie a couple of knots to secure. Okay, so now you're going to chain 1, and in the same stitch you're going to work 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 1 double crochet, all in the same stitch. So start your single, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Okay, half double crochet, yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, double crochet into the same stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so because we worked 3 stitches in the first stitch here, we're going to skip 2, skip this one, and then in the third stitch you're going to do exact same thing. So 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 1 double crochet. Okay, so that's your repeat all the way around. Skip 2 and work your cluster. We'll call it a cluster. 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then 1 double crochet. Okay, again, skip 2, work your next cluster. Okay, so I'm at the end. Now, this is my last 2 stitches. I'm going to slip stitch to the first single crochet. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the orange color and loop it through and pull on the lighter color to tighten. And I'm going to want to chain 1, turn my work. This is the stitch that you slip stitch in. When you chain 1 and turn, it sort of looks like it's sort of on the right side of your work. So that's actually where you want to work your first cluster, right into that single crochet. Okay, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 1 double crochet, all in the same stitch. Okay, and your beanie won't be this small, so it'll be easier to work backwards or in the other direction. So now we're going to work a cluster in every single crochet stitch from the previous round. Okay, so that's a single crochet right there. So it's the shortest stitch of the cluster. So that's the double, half double, and single. So work a cluster in the single crochet stitch. And then the next single crochet is right here. So basically you're skipping 2 and working a cluster, skipping 2 and working a cluster. And the stitch that you're working the cluster in is this single crochet stitch. Okay, so repeat that around, skip 2 and work your cluster in the single crochet stitch. Okay, so this is the end. I'm going to slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch. And another way to switch colors is working the slip stitch with a new color. So you're switching colors after you complete 1 round. Okay, and when you chain 1, you must turn. Oops. The other thing is make sure that the yarn is on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to slip stitch. I did it again on the inside. I'm going to slip stitch with the new color, tighten, chain 1 and turn. Again, the first stitch is going to be slightly to the right, but that's where you work your first cluster. I have a knot here, but I'm just going to leave that alone for this tutorial. Okay, so now it's the same repeat. You skip 2 and work your cluster in the single crochet from the previous round. So single, half double, and double. Skip 2 single, half double, and double. Whoops. And repeat all the way around. Okay, and then you just slip stitch to the first single crochet stitch. So you want to repeat those 2 rounds. Okay, so you want to repeat that until your beanie is about 2 inches below where you want it to stop. And that will depend on if you want it fitted or slouched, and then how much slouch do you want. So right here is where I stopped. Okay, so it's about 2 inches from here for decreasing. So I'm going to show you how to decrease. Okay, so what you're going to do is, when you're happy with this height, start your decrease round with chain 1 and turn. So it could be the right side instead of going this direction. It doesn't really matter, it's the same thing. Okay, so in the same stitch again, you're working one single crochet and then 1 half double crochet. Okay, so what you're doing is you're going to skip the double crochet stitch. So you're skipping 2, and your cluster is just going to be 1 single crochet and 1 half double crochet. Okay, next cluster, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then you're going to repeat all the way around. Okay, and then slip stitch to the first single crochet stitch. And you can already tell that this round is tighter, so it's going to start curving to close up. Okay, so you want to repeat that for the next round. Change your color. One single crochet, 1 half double crochet. Okay, 1 single, 1 half. And I promise it'll look better. This is just a poor choice of sizing for this tutorial. I should have used worsted weight yarn, but I wanted you to be able to see it. So slip stitch to the first stitch. Okay. So you can see the shaping. Okay, so you want to repeat those 2 rounds 1 more time. So a total of 4 decrease rounds. Since I made this too small, I can't really show you how to work those last 2 ones again. Okay, so just play back the last 2 rounds if you need to watch it again, because you'll need to work that 1 more time. So a total of 4 decrease rounds. And then the very last round, you don't need to turn your work. You're just going to chain 1, and then in the same stitch and the next stitch you want to work a single crochet 2 together. Okay, again I'll show you what that looks like. In the next 2 stitches you're going to insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. Okay, so you have your 2 stitches here that you're going to decrease. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so you want to work single crochet 2 together all the way around. Okay, so if you have any remaining stitches that you cannot work a decrease, just work a single crochet and then slip stitch to the first stitch. Okay, and then you can fasten off. So yarn over and pull through. Okay, grab your tapestry needle and then just run it through. Oh, let's cut this one off. Okay, so on the stitches remaining on the top, you just want to run your needles through these stitches. And then pull to tighten, to close it up. Okay, and then insert it in the middle through the other side. And then you can secure it and weave in your ends. Okay, don't forget to weave in the other color as well. So to close this part up, okay, this was your beginning brim here. So this is the first stitch on the other side. You want to run your needle through 2 loops. Okay. Pull it through. Back down the first stitch over here and tighten. So this is just a little sample of this beanie here. Okay, and again, I'll leave a link for the palm tutorial. There's also a fur palm tutorial, a fake fur, of course, for those interested in that. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos. See you next time.